I thought my bikepacking bike was dialed in until I found some problems that had been quietly developing over the last few years. And they weren't really caused by bikepacking, they were caused by me. The first problem is this: cheap aluminium bolts that I had screwed into my bike, all over it in fact, from the pannier rack to the bottle cages. The problem with those though is over time they do tend to wear out quite quickly. Especially if you're like me and you take your bike on a plane a lot to go bikepacking in other countries, you have to take the rack off, you have to take the bike to bits, and as a result they do get worn out a lot more quickly. For the last 6 or 7 years I had the same bolts screwed into this bike and they were just getting more and more rounded off to the point I literally couldn't get the pannier rack off anymore. They were stuck inside the frame, so I had to drill them out. And as a result, it meant that I couldn't upgrade my pannier rack to this Old Man Mountain divide rack that I'd been wanting to do for months. Old Man Mountain are a sponsor of the channel, and I was still using a really old, battered up top heat rack, despite not wanting to, because I just couldn't get it off. And it was never a reasonably good time to drill into the bolts and get them out, because I needed it for an upcoming bikepacking trip. But I'm safe to say I've remedied that issue now, and I've got a proper bomb-proof rack on there to go with the bags. A really cheap upgrade I can give you is to go out and buy some steel M5 bolts, ones that can go into your pannier rack and into your bottle cages as well. They will last a lot longer and you can get them for a few pounds. Another thing I'd been neglecting for years is frame protection. I used to just slap my bikepacking bags on there. It wasn't an ideal fit, and over time it basically just rubbed away at the frame. And because this is an aluminium frame, there is a danger that if you carried on doing that for several years that you could cause some serious structural problems. If you dent the frame or crack it in any way, that can be game over for aluminium. I just simply didn't know any better at the time when I bought this bike about 7 years ago, but over the years I have learned how to deal with it. I have got some protective covers over the badly scratched bits, but I've also got a better solution. It's about getting your bikepacking setup dialed in properly. I have this Manzanita cradle at the front now, which basically moves the whole front bag away from the frame, so that shouldn't happen again, and crucially it shouldn't make it any worse than it already is. Another mistake I made was not upgrading the base components that came with this bike. I am still using the saddle, but by some miracle the one that came with this bike as a stock saddle was actually really comfy, so I've just stuck with it. But for years I was struggling with the really bad seat clamp on this, and similar story to the bolts at the back, it started wearing out, it was getting harder to tighten, and it was just kind of brittle. So I decided to upgrade that, but it took me embarrassingly long to do so, probably about 6 years, to this Hope seat post clamp. And this one has a steel bolt in it, and it also has a hex bolt, so it is unlikely to go wrong in future, and it looks pretty cool as well in orange. So top tip, if something's annoying you that came with the bike, don't feel that you have to wait for it to break to actually upgrade it. Go out and make those minor adjustments, and over time the bike will thank you for it. Another issue I've had that I can put down to purely inexperience at the time was having issues with major components because of the way that I was balancing the bike out. If you look at some of my really old films, most of the weight was put towards the back of the bike because that was what I was used to. I used to commute to work and I just had a pannier rack. I put my panniers on it with all my stuff and that's all I knew. But over time I've realised that getting the balance right is really important. So as a result I have a lot more weight on the front now. I have the roll-up bag at the front, but I also have these axle packs with the Old Man Mountain hemlock bags as well, so I can put way more weight on the front, easing the rear of the bike. The issue that I was having was quite a serious one that I didn't check enough. I was having cracks in my wheels. This is actually my third set of Hunt wheels over the last 4 or 5 years, and a lot of that is down to my stupidity, either by overloading the back of the bike or just generally overloading it. I put loads of stuff in, including my filming gear, and you've probably noticed I'm not the lightest rider myself. So as a result, they do take a beating, and it's something I should have addressed a lot sooner. So bottom line, make sure you've got your setup dialed in perfectly and you're not overloading the components and putting stress on the bike. So why am I telling you this? None of these problems happened overnight. They've accrued over years and years and tens of thousands of miles, literally, of cycling all over the world with a heavily loaded bike. And it's because I've experienced these issues that I've learned from them. So I wanted to pass that lesson on to you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What other top tips do you want to give people that you think would be important? Stick them in the comments, we can learn from each other. Oh, and if you like this bike and you want to see it in action, I'll leave a link to a recent bikepacking trip I did in the Netherlands using this bike. An absolutely fantastic trip.